Stephanie Milky here, aka Keto Mom, or often called mom, sis, Steffi, daughter, wife, aunt, and friend. Just like many of you, I carry a lot of titles. My favorite title is mom. I should probably say wife, which takes a lot of my time. But let's be honest, if you want to do something and do it well, you will make the time for it. Commitment is hard because we find ourselves overcommitted, but when you practice prioritizing, you will find out what is actually important and what you can let go. With the Keto Mom podcast, you will learn together how to manage our time, commit to the most important things in life, and I will equip you with the tools you need to feel qualified each step of the way. My name is Stephanie Milky, and welcome to the Keto Mom Secrets podcast. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Keto Mom page. My name is Stephanie. We're going through the Dream It, Pin It, Live It book together, and we have an action step. So we're going to finish chapter 1 right now. If you didn't get a chance to go through the introduction and the beginning of chapter 1, go to the last 2 lives, so the last couple days. It's going to be great. As you're tuning in, I would love to know where you're tuning in from, and it's currently, if you're watching live, it's Wednesday. What would be a good question? Well, let me ask you this. If you've watched the last 2 lives, are you enjoying the book? Or are you enjoying the lives? Good morning, Heidi. How are you? All right, I'm drinking my mom fuel, ketones. It is going to be a great, great day. Hey, if you're brand new, post new below. I am a mom. We have 4 girls. We are a homeschool family. What else? I've been posting and sharing on this page for 7.5 years. It used to be just recipes, and then I've realized people need more than just recipes to help them hit their goals. A lot of it has to do with mindset. So the mornings are to help you with your mindset. I did a live yesterday, other afternoons. We talk about recipes and keto tips and low carb tips and just how to help you physically. And then in my stories, you will see everything. You will see my kids, homeschooling, crazy life. We like CrossFit. There's different things. So welcome. I hope you're having a good morning. I love it, Patty. Awesome. So we're going to continue on. We're partway through chapter 4. If you didn't watch the other lives, I would encourage you to go watch them. Otherwise, you can just listen. This book is about dreaming. This book is about writing down your vision. This book is going to take us from now until the end of the year so that you're not just starting in January like most people are. You are going to be ahead of the game. You're going to be focused. You have an idea of what you want in life. Listen, if all you want to do is focus on your fitness, that's fine. And I also said yesterday, there's a lot of things we can put on your vision board. We can talk about your financial life and your physical life, like what you want physically, right? Spiritually, emotionally, your work life, things with your relationships, finances, lots of things. So as you're tuning in, thank you for tuning in. Good morning. I'd love for you to press the share button so it allows other people to find us and join us, and then tag a friend below. All right, we're talking about visualization. Visualize success. The most successful people in this world visualize their desired results in their life. They're very clear about what they want to achieve. Unsuccessful people are hazy, unclear, uncertain about tomorrow. They wake up and they don't know what's going to happen. They don't have a vision for what's going to happen. They let life run them. We've done a book on here before called The Miracle Morning. And it really is about, are you going to own your day or are you going to let your day own you? Super important. Are you going to own your life? Are you going to have a vision? Are you going to go after the things that are on your heart? Or are you just going to let the world and every day and other circumstances and people choose the path that you take? Super important. Your imagination is extremely powerful. It is the birthplace for all great ideas and the dream pursuits. If you cannot imagine it, you will not have it. I've said that here before. The power of your brain. We've said this it's not mine. It's Joseph McClendon III says this. As I think, so I feel. As I feel, so I do. As I do, so I have. So remember, and she said it too, and most books, just so you know, a common thread amongst all let's say self-development books, books that are going to help you with your mindset, books that are going to help you grow as a person, will start and end and have this in the middle, and it's about your mindset. Can you see it? What are the words that are coming out of your mouth? She says, your imagination is extremely powerful. It is the birthplace for all great ideas and the dreams that you're pursuing. If you cannot imagine it, you will never have it. Joseph McClendon says, as I think, so I feel. As I feel, so I do. As I do, so I have. It starts up here, whether you like it or not. Whether you've been listening to me for a long time and you're like, she talks about mindset a lot. It is super important. And the sooner you have the awareness of that and the sooner you start working on that, the sooner you're going to start seeing results. Plain and simple. All right. Your dreams should be impossible. They should stretch you, challenge you, and force you to grow. Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. So I'm not reading the entire book to you. I'm going to read the basic overview, ask you some questions. I'm going to give you an action step that's going to take you today until Thanksgiving if you're in the United States, or the next 7 days. All right? Most of the things worth doing in this world have been declared impossible before they were done. So she says this, I have discovered that God wants your dreams so big that it's so outside the realm of possibility that there is no way your dreams can occur unless you use your faith. Hebrews tells us that it is impossible to please God without faith. I interpret that this way. If your dreams are impossible and you have no idea how this could even happen unless God comes in the scene and helps you, then you've probably got the right dream, right? So she's got tons of stories. She shares some really great insight. She says everything begins with your ability to envision, imagine, and conceive the image in your mind. What do you want? I don't want you to wait till January. I want you to just start dreaming. So she says, she gives us a whole list of things. This is why it's important that if you were to have the book or even get the book, she starts with a ton of questions. Like, are you married? Do you have a baby? Are your kids in college? Are you working? Where do you work? Are you self-employed? Tons and tons of questions, right? Do you want to write a book? Have you ever gone on a missions trip? Are you living overseas? She goes, what does your life look like in 5 years from now? I've often said on this page, think about where you want to be when you're 80 and reverse engineer, but let's just talk about 5 years. Where do you want your life to be in 5 years? So she goes, think about this. What would you want to accomplish before you died if you were told you only had 1 year left to live? What have you always wanted to do but you haven't done yet? These are really great questions. How do you want to be remembered? What is God speaking to your heart? What activities do you want to experience? These are all questions you should be thinking about to start either putting on your dream board or just to get you to start thinking and dreaming. Maybe some of you have been in this like day in, day out, doing the same things because you feel like you can't ever do that. That's not for you. You're not good enough. You're too old. None of those are excuses. How would you spend your last 24 hours? What would you do if money wasn't an issue? How would you live your life if you didn't have to work anymore? These are just questions to help you to get you to start thinking. Think about where you want to be in the future. It'll help you decide how you will live today. Does this make sense? I'm curious because yesterday I said there's 60,000 people in a stand. They're in the stands watching 22 people live their life. They're in the game. Are you going to be the are you going to be the 60,000 people? Or are you going to be the 20 that's on the field? And it's interesting because as much as I want everybody to succeed, as much as I want to see everybody on here go after their dreams and goals, the reality is few will do it. Will you do it? Even just sitting and thinking and letting your mind wander for 5 minutes. Will you commit to doing the work? Actually, that should be the first question. Will you commit to doing the work to dig in and figure out what it is that you haven't accomplished? Some of these questions to help you figure out your purpose, the goal that you haven't hit that you wanted to hit, to really get an understanding of what you want to go after. All right? So God has given you a unique assignment to complete during your time here on earth. And when it's over, you've either done your assignment is complete, or it's incomplete. So she wrote a whole bunch of different proof that age doesn't matter. She wrote a whole bunch of different people. You would know their names, famous people that have accomplished great things in this world, right? All the way up to 100. Here's the assignment. You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new mission. That's from C.S. Lewis. And here's your assignment for the next 7 days. Set aside 10 minutes every day for the next 7 days. It's only 7 days. What I want you to do when you're done is I want you to go to your phone, set an alarm clock that goes off at a time that will work for you. Maybe it's while you're in the shower, right? All you're doing is this. You're not even writing anything down yet. For the next 7 days, you're going to sit quietly with no distractions. So maybe not in the shower unless you're going to stay on there for 10 minutes. And simply think and imagine your future. 10 minutes for 7 days. This is huge because if you can't do this and you're not willing to set aside 10 minutes for yourself, then the likelihood of you getting to the end of the book and doing a vision board with us, this is the difference between somebody who's playing the game and then somebody who's sitting in the stands. Are you playing the game? That's my question for you today. The game of life, your life. It's important. You've got a calling. You've got greatness inside of you. There's something that you want to achieve. There are things that are assignments for you. So I'm going to ask you, and I'm going to challenge you. Go to your phone. Set an alarm clock. It could be 10 minutes before bed. It could be while you're in bed. It could be in the morning when you wake up, while you grab your coffee and just sit down and look outside and dream, right? Have your alarm clock go off so it says, all it should say to you is, we have dogs. All it should say to you is, it's time to dream. So here's the assignment one more time. Set aside 10 minutes every day for the next 7 days to sit quietly with no distractions, to simply think and imagine your future. That's all we're doing. We'll dive into chapter 2 tomorrow. All right? That's what you were doing. Super important. Thank you for tuning in. Man, it's so interesting. If I judged by the amount of people that talked on here or commented or even watched, I would go, yep, here are the 20 people. All of the 66 or 60,000 others, I don't know, are just making me sad because they're just existing, but I can't make anybody do anything. You can completely dream it, pin it, live it. And if all you want to do is focus on your fat loss, will help you. If that's all you want, I'll say, awesome. I will give you some incredible ideas and tips and things to help you. I'm going to bet that if that's all you focus on and you don't work on your mindset, then you're going to be one of many that maybe loses the weight and then in a year gains it back. And then you have to start over, right? Super important. So thank you for tuning in. Continue to tune in. I'll do a live later this afternoon about keto tips and things that I know most people want, but what they need is to work on their mindset. They need to understand the power of their mind and their words. So that's what I'm going to talk about because it's important. And it will change 20 people's lives and 60,000 will watch you, if you're one of those 20, have your life changed. So thank you for tuning in. Have a good morning and we'll talk to you soon.